Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to talk about
Future money
and our stats and our
plan.
And looking at the article that we just read
Today,
on the
literally
news.
this morning, I was reading news.
We're in a car park, as you can tell. So we read in news.com.au. I'll try to put a link in the description below based on the article. It was kind of sad seeing our balance and what we is expected based on our age bracket.
Correct. So you can be sad, but then you have to take action. If you're just being sad and crying and thinking, I'll never reach that, then you will never if you don't change. Anyway, this article is saying how much superannuation Australians have and how much they need to retire. I see this kind of topic all the time. I kind of skim because I just want to know the number. So when I was reading, I scroll down and then saying, well, one is women and male, gender, pay gap, everyone knows it. So average women, they have less super in the account compared to male. But this family is the other way.
That's because also you have to take consideration that the female usually take time off during maternity
raising
leave,
family.
There's that gap, and there's these discrepancies that male for whatever reason earn more,
a bit more,
than female.
That's another topic, or not going to cover today. Not going into it, but we were looking at the age bracket. Are we fitting in, or how can we fit in? So currently,
based on our age bracket,
we're in the 35 to 90. So next year I'll be changing.
35 to 40, you mean?
35 to 39. Did I say 90?
Yes.
Sorry. 35 to 39. So should have at least 122,000.
That's in each person?
Per person.
Per person. We are way below that.
I don't mind saying how much super I have. This morning I logged in, I got $83,000.
And as of the last count, I looked at it, I think it was 65.
67, around that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
For you?
For me.
Way below.
Way below. So I'm like halfway point, I guess.
Why was that? One, because he was working on contract. He did not care about super. Why do I have to put it in super?
That's because when I was young, reading a lot of this material, to be wealthy, to get rich, it's like, okay, you got to go into property. Superannuation is a dud. You know, and then...
Who said that?
Well, you know, you don't I guess that's how I perceive. And I didn't see the value of that. But at the same time, now looking forward, is like, oh, I just shoot myself in the foot.
Well, things that we can change, right?
Correct.
So we're still under $100,000 in our super. We're at late 30s. Next year, I'm going to be 40. So I'll be in next bracket. So I'm way below. So how can we change it? So now, since we started, well, before we had our full-time job, we've been putting slowly, maybe about 5,000 a year in our super slowly.
Something like that. That was only just started as of this year.
No, 2 years, maybe 2 years.
Like
because I was in the low income, I'm trying to get the government super contribution. I think if you're earning less than certain of amount, I can't remember, I was there. So if I self-contribute money into the super, government will pay me extra $500, I think. Check it out. If
it might be different by the time you're watching this. So that was back in the days. So it might be a bit different. So for us, we look at, okay, then so we are way below the threshold. We've been, I guess, behind with our money. You know, we try different things. Now, I think this is based on if you just rely on super as well.
Because we got friends that they are not looking to do any side hustle, not going to do anything. We just want to rely on super. That's what they're trying to do.
One of the strategies.
Because apparently there are a lot of older generation currently. They have a lot of money in super. That's why they get wealthy. Because back in the days, I think maybe they earn big income or they put a lot more money in super, and now they have a really decent retirement life. That's how they look for. I think it's based on your group or what your parents or the friends are doing anyway.
So based on the information that we gathered at the moment, yes, we are below the threshold. Let's say averaging is about 120. At the moment, we're on a 60. Well, I'm on 60, you're on 80. We're still way below anyway.
So we try to catch up because we're missing out our time. When you miss out on your time, for compound, what do you have to put? Put more money in there and earlier as possible.
So if you guys are new to our channel and you still on your 20s and you just started a new job, a new full-time job, let's say, please put a lot more in the super. From my experience, you know, if I were to redo my life 19 what is it, 20 29, let's say, even at 29 I would have put a little bit more on early 20s, you know, whatever your full-time job is. Put an extra $100, put an extra $200.
First is salary sacrifice first. So your company will pay. Why salary sacrifice? Because you will pay this before your tax. So when whatever net income you get, that extra salary sacrifice is, you don't have to pay tax.
Please be mindful as well that
we're not accountant. Ask your accountant. We're not financial advisor. It's just our personal experience.
Like, and then jack up your, I guess, contribution. Let's
after
say
tax contribution.
Or that, whatever it is, just put more money in there.
I don't
care which way you will go to do it, either before tax or after tax. It doesn't really matter. Just put down at least
whatever money,
some extra money.
But they have a cap.
Don't worry about that.
No,
just put money in there.
You have to worry about the cap because there's tax. But ask your accountant again. So the maximum you can put.
At that age, you're 20.
How much you
20. How much do you actually earn?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you really earn? Like, if you're at your 20s and earn $250,000 a year, that might be a different story. But most people that are at that age, you're probably going to be in an entry level.
Anyway, if you're high income earner, talk to your high income earner, talk to your accountant. So back to our story, okay? Because we're way behind. So I have a plan. I have a plan for us. You're like, yep, oh, sounds good, the number. Okay, well, I'll follow you, right?
No, I knew the numbers, it's not great. And we look at it, like super is sort of like our plan Z in case everything that we've done before that fail.
Anyway, okay.
That's our plan Z.
So what we're currently doing is, you have your super. I'm just doing your number, okay?
Okay.
I put it in the small, what's the compound interest calculator. It's very simple. So you have a current balance. I put $67,000, and let's assume average, the return for super or the share market is 7%. But I'm just being very conservative. I put 5%. And then we did a calculation, like your company contribute, your self-sacrifice, salary sacrifice, plus your self-contribution, all up $380 per week that you're putting in your super.
Yep, that's on an average.
Yep.
Now this is like me at 39. So if you're
38, you're not yet 39.
Okay. So if you're like 19 or 20, if you'll be amazed how much.
So I put in 10 years. Our 10 years plan, we do, let's assume as it is. So you'll be having $366,000 in 10 years.
Hopefully.
So 366,000, remember. So 10 years later, how old are you? Let's say year 50.
40, 50. Yeah,
give or 50. So from 50, based on this chart I got it on internet in Australia, if you're 50 to 54 male average in your age group, will have $322,000. Hey,
can you see?
Plan.
Like, the problem with this is the fact that I have to self-contribute roughly about $400 per week now.
It's
300 something.
Like
300 something. Versus,
I'll say 200 is your extra. 200.
Yeah. Versus if you were to do that when you're at a younger age, you'd be surprised like how much you'll be at that retirement age or so. So again, $50, $100, $150 per week, just a little bit more when you're at a young age. You'll be surprised you don't have to catch up. I feel like I have to run now versus, you know what, I just walk as we go along. Steady walking. So that's it. So you rather go steady walking when you're young rather than when you're getting old, you're gonna run faster. That's how we feel like, just to catch up. So that's the 10-year plan. That's the 10-year plan, and I have another extra 15 year after that plan. So let's assume we leave it as it is, 366 when you're 50.
So let's assume $366,000. Assume 5% per year return again. But the next 15 years, which means is when you're 65. So 40 plus 10 plus 15. Let's assume the next 15 years, you don't put any money in there.
Yep. That becomes 700, I think.
$774,000 when you retire.
Now, mind you, this is just based on our calculation.
Yeah,
Life is going to get into the
Up and
way.
down, yeah.
You know, there's gonna probably, the ebb and flow of life, school, kids, you know, whatever life.
Just in an ideal world.
In an ideal world.
The plan only, but you don't know. But, well, we check in this average age, how much you will make, right? And then if you're 60 to 64 as a male, you would have $358,000. But you will have $700,000.
But
let's say just cut it half. Cut it half.
Now, if we fail for whatever reason, for instead of what is it, $200 per week, I'm only going to be putting $100 a week.
Yep.
At least there's some sort of, I guess, a plan in place.
Yep.
What we're trying to achieve in
That's
order
right.
for us to hit that $1 million tag in our superannuation.
Oh, not looking for million, but just want to be a bit higher than average. We'll have a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at, I guess, inflation, the cost of living is going to get higher and higher, and possibly be medical and whatnot throughout the life.
That's why we try to get the super higher when we're younger. We can work, and then for the next 15 years, we don't have to worry.
Yeah. So that's just our plan, guys. It might be a bit different than yours. This is just give you a base point. Sometimes it does open up your eyes reading an article like that. So where we at, where are we gonna be, how are we gonna achieve that? If you just look at it and just put your head down
In the sand.
in the sand and
see it.
not tackling on the problem, well, I guess how you like it gives me the biggest fear, because I don't want to be in a position where I can rely on my kids to take care
The
of me.
government, we don't want to rely on anyone.
So that's just our 2 cents, guys. It's not a doom and gloom. So we are going towards that as we go along. I'll try to put the article in here somewhere and on the link on the description. Hopefully it gives you guys an understanding our thought process.
Yep.
If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time.
Bye.